What's going on, everybody? The Original Mako back with some more news on new roguelikes, and today another FPS roguelike that's going to be coming soon. That's all it says. I don't know if that means early next year. I don't know if that means mid next year. Soon could mean a lot of things. But anyways, it looks interesting, and I wanted to cover it and show you guys this game. So we're going to be talking about Deadlink today. But before we get into that, be sure you check the links down below. As always, we're getting really close to the end of the year, and we're making a push to try to get to 300 subs on Twitch before the end of the year. We're at 280 right now. So we're really close, and I would appreciate any support over there. And obviously, if you can't sub, just coming in to check out the stream would be awesome, because we have a ton of fun over there, and the interaction is always amazing. So check it out. There's a few other links down below as well if those are interested, if those interest you at all. But that being said, let's go ahead and get into Deadlink, another FPS roguelike game. And as per usual, we are going to kind of look at some images, talk about the game, read these descriptions here, and then watch the trailer at the very end. So, get ready to put a sizable dent in the profits of megacorporations in Deadlink. A guns-blazing fast cyberpunk FPS with roguelike elements. Be the brain behind a humanoid combat shell deployed to conduct covert military operations, and in this case, covert doesn't mean quiet. All right, interesting. So, the first thing that comes to mind when we're looking at these images here is RoboQuest. Obviously, FPS roguelike is the exact same genre as Gunfire. RoboQuest is also an FPS roguelike, and that is what it reminds me of the most when looking at like graphics and weapons and whatnot. Just the general map feel definitely feels more roguelike, or more RoboQuest as opposed to Gunfire. But still an FPS roguelike, and still looked interesting, and I wanted to cover it. So let's read a little bit about it. Once again, planned release date is coming soon. So, don't know what that means. But why early access? The developers are saying. It's a mix of an FPS and a roguelike game. Features some unique solutions, such as Implant Matrix. No clue what that means. We want the hardcore players who spend hours playing these genres to bomb us with their feedback so we can achieve the best FPS roguelike we all can imagine. They're going to be in early access for about a year. The full version will allow players to discover the headquarters of 4 megacorporations, fight a bunch of new enemies and bosses, 2 new playable combat shells, accompanied with their unique weapons and abilities to provide fresh strategies. All right. So there are going to be 2 characters at launch, it looks like, Soldier and Hunter. And then how you're planning involving community, Discord, obviously seems to be the most, active way that game companies are getting feedback and whatnot during early access. So Discord, but that's just a general little overview here. Let's read what they say about the game. So Deadlink is a cyberpunk FPS with roguelike elements. You are the first operative to become part of an experimental Deadlink protocol. Control an autonomous combat shell fighting through cramped slums, twisted labs, grimy warehouses, and sleek offices on a mission to subvert the plans of the most powerful corporations in the world. Wow. Wield an arsenal of weapons and upgrade both your skills and your tech, and leave a mark in the destructible environment and the corporate margins alike. Destructible environment's interesting. I'm sure not everything's destructible, but adds a little immersive element. You're the corporate security agency's greatest weapon, and the reason corporations and their shady deals are anything but secure. With the team at HQ at your back, you are launched into the fray with a plausibly deniable military operation, solves things at the fraction of a cost of a hopeless court case. One thing you'll know about every randomized run in the game is that you will be outnumbered. Get ready to think on your feet as you dash, jump, and use the environment to your advantage. You won't be standing still even for a second. Powerful weapon loadouts are put in the hands of your combat shell. Try them all as you blaze your path of destruction, precision, debilitation, or good old obscene destruction. Find your favorite toolkit for the job. So it seems like the weapon loadouts are preset. Now there's different options, but you're not going to be looting weapons throughout the game, which is different from most of the other games. That's where it's mostly similar to like Ziggurat, where you get one weapon at the start of each area, but you're not looting weapons throughout the run. So interesting, but something to note for sure. Your enemies have no shortage of bullets and bodies to throw your way, neither do you. You may lose a shell, but your next one will be even stronger. Come back to each run with amped up skills and meaner chrome. So, obviously that's the roguelike element where you die and you come back stronger, blah, 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 blah. So that's the essential overview of this game. Now let's take a sneak peek at it's not really a trailer, but it's a little bit of gameplay actually. It's more of a gameplay trailer as opposed to a full trailer, but let's watch. And by watch, I mean, I'm going to go away for a second. So, there and there. I'll be back in a minute. Enjoy the trailer, or gameplay trailer, I guess. All right, so nothing too crazy, but a few things to take a look at, as always. So once again, it's still, first thing I think of is RoboQuest every single time. Like, it just reminds me of RoboQuest immediately. The whole grapple hook thing is really interesting. I love games that have any sort of grapple hook are always so fun because of how creative you can get. Hopefully, it's a grapple hook that's not just for enemies, and you can kind of use the environment and, you know, grapple around that way, but that's yet to be determined. Some sort of grenade launcher there that looks pretty cool. I do love me some explosions, but this thing looks so satisfying. If you know anything about me, I love Magnum type hand cannons in games, and this thing looks so satisfying to use. He's just tapping their heads with it, flying over. Oh my god, that looks super fun to use. Another thing we're gonna see in a sec. Oh my god, it looks so satisfying. But something we're about to see here, some sort of grenades, by the way, and it looks like things that are dropping are some sort of resources and money. So not too much to infer from there. But this, I'm assuming this has to do with the character you play as, some sort of stealth mechanic. Given the names of the two characters at launch, Soldier and Huntress, I have to assume that's the Huntress's ability, just based off, you know, experience playing games in the past. But that, you know, being able to get a little quick sneak peek of some sort of ability is always nice. It's hard to tell because it looks like enemies are still firing while stealthed. I don't know what they're firing at, because it looks like these bullets might hit when he drops. So definitely something interesting there. But yeah, once again, explosions. I do love myself some explosions. That hand cannon looks exquisite. And this is definitely a game I'm going to be keeping my eyes on and keeping you guys updated on. I'm sure there's going to be maybe an actual trailer of this game coming out eventually. Or at least some more news before release, like a release day. So hopefully I can give you guys some more updates and news. I'm definitely keeping my eyes on it. Once again, this is Deadlink, an FPS roguelike that is coming soon. And I know you guys are, you know, big fans of FPS roguelike games, and it's a relatively new genre. So hopefully this can help expand the field a little bit. But that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. First impressions. There's not a ton here yet, but once again, if I see a game and I think you guys might be interested in it, then I want you guys to get your eyes on it as soon as possible, so maybe you guys can follow along as well. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. As always, hopefully you'll have a wonderful rest of your day. I love each and every one of your faces, and I will catch you all in the next video.